Sherlock Holmes and the Six Thatchers. No, it's not the world's most horrifying erotic fanfiction, stop gagging. It's the title to Sherlock Series 4, Episode 1. But is the entire plot of Sherlock's premiere already online? Obviously, The Six Thatchers is a play on the Arthur Conan Doyle story The Six Napoleons. In the original Holmes and Watson investigate series of break-ins that all end in an identical plaster bust of Napoleon Bonaparte being smashed on the ground. It eventually turns out that a thief called Beppo had hidden a pearl inside one of them. He did this because of reasons. We're going to assume that the Thatcher in the modern update is a reference to Margaret Thatcher, the late British Prime Minister, rather than, say, someone who makes roofs for quaint English cottages. This fits with Stephen Moffat and Mark Gatiss' sort of twisted sense of humour, because back in Conan Doyle's day, Napoleon was a byword for a tyrant, while Maggie was a... let's just say she was a controversial figure, or the comments are going to turn into a war zone. But you know what an even bigger clue to the plot is? We've already read the modern update to this story. Fans know that in the show, John writes up his adventures with Sherlock on his personal blog. But did you know that that actually exists online, run by the BBC? And would you take a look at what was published back in December 2012? A story where Sherlock and John chase after 6 busts of Margaret Thatcher. Only these statues have devil horns. Because... satire. So that's that, right? Case closed? Well, no, because as in all the best detective tales, there's a final twist. The case of the Six Thatchers actually happened in the real world. Well, sort of. Back in 2002, theatre producer Paul Kelleher decapitated a statue of Thatcher in London's Guildhall Art Gallery. His weapon of choice? A cricket bat, because this is the single most British story you have ever heard. He claimed his actions were a political protest, but we can't help but wonder if he had another motivation.